You're listening to Contemporary Casters, the podcast that dives in to the issues shaping our country today. I'm Miggy Rabadon, and with me are my colleagues Kate Delphine, Dwayne Padilla, and Keisha Alvaro. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks for having us, Miggy. I'm happy to be here. Today, a recent statement from the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, claimed that a Filipino can survive on a 64 peso meal per day. This topic has sparked a lot of debate.
Yeah, this statement has caused quite a stir, especially considering the current economic challenges faced by many Filipinos.
That's right. Let's break it down and talk about what this really means for the average Filipino family.
Well, kung ikaw ang tatanungin ko, ikaw, makakakain ka ba ng 64 pesos a day? Ayan, tinatala ko na. Sabi mo, sardinas, Mr. Chair, tinapay, yes, may mabibili ka pang 20 pesos na tinapay at 2 pesos per piece. Ano pa ba?
Instant noodles po.
Instant noodles. Ano pa? Magkano ba yung instant noodles?
7.75 po yung isang pakete po ng usually mga 7 pesos po yung instant noodles.
Wow, 7 pesos, not even including the tax and shipping. That's insane. You'd be barely surviving with only 64 pesos as your budget for a day. Could you imagine that? Having instant noodles as a part of your daily diet is not something ideal. This is absolutely outrageous.
Yes, I agree with you in that, Miggy. The controversy really hits when you think about the word survive. Sure, you might just scrape by on 64 pesos a day, but does that count as truly living? Or is it just getting by in the most basic sense? And when NEDA presents this as a feasible option, it feels out of touch with the realities of the rising cost of living. It's like they're overlooking what it actually means to live a healthy and dignified life.
Right. Considering the rising prices of the basic goods, especially food, it's becoming increasingly difficult to imagine how 64 pesos could cover a decent meal. I mean, for instance, a modest serving of vegetables or a small portion of meat now requires a larger budget than before. The price of rice alone has surged, let alone other essentials.
Can we take a moment to really think about what's on our plates? Can a meal this cheap truly nourish us? Well, yes, you can stretch a peso, but at what cost? Is that meal balanced? Is it healthy? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. We all know deep down that a meal rich in nutrients costs more than 64 pesos, especially when our bodies work hard every day. With just 64 pesos, what are we really getting? Unhealthy, low quality options that barely meet our needs? And relying on this could do more than leave us hungry. It could seriously damage our health and well being as a society. In the Senate hearing, they described a so called budget meal, like 20 pesos for bread or like tinapay that we all know, 7 pesos for instant noodles, sardines, and 3 in 1 coffee. Just picture that. Does it seem like enough to satisfy someone who spent the day under the sun laboring for hours? Like, where's the rice, the fruits, the vegetables? These basic essentials aren't even in the picture. The foods they offer lack the vital nutrients we need to stay alive and well. This isn't just about filling an empty stomach. It's about the silent danger we face when our meals fall short of what's required for survival. Hunger is loud, but what comes after is silent and much more deadly.
I completely agree with you in this predicament. But given all of this, where do we go from here? Like, what should be done to address this underlying issue?
Well, for one, there needs to be a more realistic assessment of the cost of living. Government agencies should consider the actual conditions faced by ordinary Filipinos when making these estimates. This means not only looking at the bare minimum required to survive, but Also, considering what it takes to live with dignity.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, policy changes are also crucial. Instead of focusing on survival, the focus should be on improving the quality of life for each and every one of us. This means addressing issues like wage changes or job creation and access to affordable food and healthcare.
And let's not forget the importance of transparency. The government needs to clearly explain how they arrive at these figures and be open to public scrutiny. In this way, we can avoid the kind of backlash we're seeing right now.
Well, the 64 peso meal controversy highlights a much bigger issue, one that indicates that everyday struggles of Filipinos trying to make ends meet. It's clear that more needs to be done to bridge the gap between policy and reality.
Well, thanks for this wonderful conversation, everyone. Issues like these are tough, but it's good that we are talking about them openly. These are conversations that we need to keep having, and who knows, maybe it will spark some real change down the line.
Absolutely. Until next time, let's stay informed and stay engaged.
Take care, everyone. Let's continue to advocate for a better future for all Filipinos.
Thank you guys for joining with me here tonight. And this has been a blast. This has been Contemporary Casters. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next episode.